allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you please remain standing for just a minute or so. As you can see, it's going to be hard. William Sonny Ford passed away Friday, September 6, 2019. Sonny was a member of the Mount Clemens City Commission since 2015. He was a very humble and a proud man to be a city commissioner. He really took his job to heart. He was a lifelong resident, graduate from Mount Clemens High, where he was a basketball star. He went on to play collegiate basketball, earning a Bachelor's of Science from Parsons College in Fairfield, Iowa. Sonny retired from Ford Motor Company after 30 years. He was an electrician, and he was a coach. He was a race car driver and a very special friend who always put others before himself. He will be sorely missed by everyone here on the commission and everyone else that knew him. If we could have a moment of silence, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sure that all of the commissioners probably at the end of the meeting will have some words for Sonny and for Karen Curtola, his lifelong partner. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Menser.
Here.
Announcements, acknowledgments, communications, and reports. Tonight we have two. The first one will be a presentation from Turning Point in support of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Karen Bates-Gazier.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Yes, Karen Bates-Gazier, 147 Lodwick. Yeah, I know the drill. Here representing Turning Point today. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We come before you every year to give you some statistics and some information, to pass out the purple ribbons and ask that you wear them during October. Tonight is also A-OK. We do have lots of things going on in the month of October to recognize Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Many of them are happening right here in Mount Clemens. There is going to be a screening at the Emerald Theater. There's going to be a concert at the Emerald Theater, and just a whole variety of other things around Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We would encourage all of you and our listeners to attend. Our crisis line number is 463-6990. I would encourage anybody that needs our services or think that they know somebody who might need our services to please reach out. You have information in your packets about the power and control wheel and several other things. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie, who is a survivor and is way more interesting than I am, to talk to you this evening. Stephanie?
Hi, 5947 Lancaster Hills, Clarkston, Michigan. I'm Stephanie Harris. I'm a representative for Turning Point Speakers Bureau. I'm a survivor of what is commonly called domestic violence relationship. I knew logically that what was happening was wrong, and yet I still stayed. I worked with a counselor at Turning Point for 4 years of my 7-year relationship to safely leave the relationship. I had to heal wounds of the past in order to build a future that was healthy for me. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men report experiencing domestic violence in their intimate partner relationships. These relationships are characterized by power and control. Whether or not physical tactics or of control were used, October across the nation is recognized as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. There are many common dynamics within intimate partner relationships where power and control tactics are used. It is not uncommon for survivors to not recognize their partner is using these tactics due to the gradual and subtle way they are introduced and used in the relationship. Some common things that survivors say that statements are used, such as, "My partner tells me I can never do anything right. My partner pins me down and makes it hard for me to breathe. They say they are just messing around. My partner threw my keys in the bushes. I had to search for them, and I missed my job interview. When we were having sex, my partner kept trying to make me try positions I didn't want to. I always have to check in with my partner when I'm not with them. As Karen mentioned, there's the power and control wheels in your folder. They were passed out. The power and control wheel identifies several more tactics used by controlling partners. You will find the wheel is divided into sections with different examples in each section, and all pieces link back to the power and control wheel. Personally, that power and control wheel was something that I pulled out of Beaumont in the stall in the women's bathroom before I contacted Turning Point. There are many different ways one person in an intimate partner relationship gains and maintains power and control over the other. You may notice most of these tactics do not involve physical violence. Every 5 days, a survivor in a power and control-based relationship is killed by their intimate partner in the state of Michigan. Recognizing and identifying power and control dynamics and offering resources such as Turning Point to survivors can make a difference to someone and may even save a life. It saved mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Anybody have any
I
questions?
know you guys have all seen me about 1,000 times, but if you have any questions.
Thank
So
you.
just know that that statistic is pretty scary. Every 5 days in this state, somebody is killed in a domestic violence situation.
Can you repeat the hotline number?
586-463-6990. I know it like my own, and it's still hard to get out. But and we can be reached through the website, and we're right here in town on Main Street. People can just walk in if they need us. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Our next presentation is from My Health Care Center, Dr. Karen Wood. I think this is going to be very informative for our audience, especially our TV audience. A lot of information that I'm sure everyone will need to know that they don't know yet.
Hi, I'm Karen Wood. I'm the CEO of My Care Health Center. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just Karen. But I'm so happy to be here tonight.
I upgraded you.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Commissioners, for having me here tonight. So My Care Health Center is located at 18 Market Street in Mount Clemens in the Clemens Center. And we serve the community. So I wanted to come tonight and talk about what we do, and Mayor was very gracious in inviting me. I'd also like to recognize a couple of Mount Clemens lifelong residents that are here. We have Miss Loretta Brownlee, Miss Felicia Goff, and they're both on our board of directors. So they came tonight to help us talk about what we do. Also have our community engagement manager, Michael Dexter. You might see Michael out in the community. Please say hi. So, My Care is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and this is our mission. The mission of My Care Health Center is to improve the health and wellness of our community by delivering care, quality care to all people. This was last year at our health center, and these are our employees. This is in front of our Centerline location. We're a federally qualified health center, and what that means is we need to meet strict government guidelines to get some supplemental funding to meet the needs of the underserved. So FQHCs are what they're called, federally qualified health centers, and they include organizations receiving Section 330 grants from the Public Health Services Act. My Care Health Center operates in a medically underserved area or population, and our medically underserved area designation is Centerline, Michigan. These are all FQHCs located in the county. So if you look at Michigan, 3 of those dots are My Care Health Center. There's a lot. So we exist to serve the underserved in our community. No one is ever turned away based on ability to pay. We're governed by a volunteer board of directors like Miss Loretta and Miss Felicia. 51% of our health center board needs to be consumers of the health center, and I think MyCare is about 80% consumers. And we provide comprehensive primary health care services, dental services. We provide education, translation, transportation, and we promote access to health care. We meet strict performance accountability guidelines, so our quality metrics are very high. We have to report those to the federal government to keep our funding. So know if you become a patient of MyCare that your care is going to be very good. And statistically, 1 in 12 people go to a federally qualified health center across the United States. That represents 1 in 9 children, 1 in 5 rural residents, 1 in 3 people living in poverty, and more than 385,000 veterans. It's a very cost-effective healthcare model. Costs for health center patients are 24% lower than the general population. Everyone knows about emergency department utilization. Emergency department utilization is down 11% for health center patients, 23% in reduced primary care costs, so it's very cost effective. In 2018, MyCare received two quality improvement awards from the federal government. One was for delivering high-value health care, and the other was for clinical quality improvers. We were only one of 2 health centers in the state of Michigan to get the delivering high-value health care. We are, thank you, sir. We are PCMH recognized. That's a patient-centered medical home recognized. And what that means is we look at the whole person. We look at a relationship between the patient and the provider, continuity of care, coordination of referrals, safety and quality, and enhanced access. So we have extended evening hours, Saturday hours, and we do that because we want people to be able to get into the doctor and not go to the emergency department. This is very different from some of the healthcare models that you might see that are popping up in pharmacies. They treat your sore throat, or they treat that illness that you have. They don't look at the whole person. They're not talking about your diabetes and your hypertension and all of your health. They're just addressing that acute symptom. In July 2019, MyCare Health Center received the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services Exemplary Practice Award for providing care that delivers the right care at the right time and at a cost that's reasonable and easy to understand. This is an infographic we developed to talk about the services that we offer in our population. So MyCare offers four locations. One of them is right over here in Mount Clemens. We also have a Clinton Township location on Groesbeck, a location on 10 Mile in Centerline, Michigan, and a location in Madison Heights that's part-time. Our offices are all state-of-the-art. They're clean, they're nice. I welcome you to come in and check them out. MyCare has 49 employees. In 2018, we served 4,381 patients, and we had 14,356 visits. Our visits are primarily medical, but we also have dental, behavioral health, and substance use disorder treatment. And we serve pediatric populations, adolescents, family planning, obstetrics and gynecology, adults, geriatrics, medication-assisted treatment to address the opioid epidemic. We have a relationship with a pharmacy to get discount medications for our patients, and we have enabling services. So we have counselors. If someone is uninsured, they can come and meet with the counselor, and they'll help them apply for some type of insurance if they qualify. We talked about the medical care, the dental care, the patient-centered medical home, and population health management. And then these are our providers that are at our Mount Clemens location. We have Dr. Ann Elrington. She's our Chief Medical Officer. She's also an obstetrician gynecologist. We have Dr. Joseph Naughton. He's board certified in family practice. We have Vasudeva Mandava. He's board certified in internal medicine. And Scott McCormick, and he's a physician assistant. So we're not just looking at the illness, we're looking at social determinants of health. When a patient comes in to see us, we're talking to them about their living conditions. We're talking to them about their education, their housing. Do they have enough to eat? Because what we know is that all of these things play into their health. So we want to help them get referrals so that they aren't in a domestic situation, so that they have enough to eat, that they have stable housing. So we have integrated health services. We have social workers at all of our locations, and then if the provider, physician identifies something that the social worker can help with, that social worker comes right into the exam room and builds a relationship with that patient. It might just be a referral for a food pantry. It might be a referral for housing. But we find that people, if you say, we want you to see a social worker, they don't want to see that social worker. So we bring the social worker right in, they talk together, and it's a very safe environment to address needs. And then many people go on to continue to see that social worker in our office. We also have a Connection to Care program. That is, it's through a grant through the Department of Corrections, and it is to help people that are returning into society from prison. So when someone is released from prison, we coordinate their care. We get their medical records from prison, and we help connect them with health services like medical care, dental care, behavioral health counseling, and in some cases, substance use disorder counseling. It's helpful to get people back into society and get them healthy so that they can become productive members of society. So we have a family practice model, we have a podiatrist, we have a substance use disorder medication-assisted treatment program, we have dental, and we have an integrated behavioral health model at MyCare. We have a partnership with the Macomb County Health Department in the state of Michigan to provide the Vaccine for Children program, and we have an adult vaccine program. So this is something that's very near and dear to us. So this is a Macomb Daily article from July 2017 about prescription drug deaths in Macomb County in 2016. MyCare wrote a grant, and we got that first grant in 2016 to begin providing medication-assisted treatment for our residents. That was our way of trying to meet the needs of the community and address this epidemic. That's why we exist. So if you have something that you think needs to be addressed in the community and it's not being met, please let us know and we'll do our best to meet those needs. But this is our way to help with the opioid epidemic. There's many benefits of medication-assisted treatment. It reduces drug-related overdose deaths. There's a reduction in disease and violent crimes, and it has improved treatment outcomes. We have a very holistic approach to medication-assisted treatment in our facility. Our primary care physician deals with the physical health and prescribes medication if it's indicated. We also have peer recovery coaches. Those are people that are in long-term recovery, and they meet with that patient and they help them through the hard times and they give them a sense of hope. We also have counselors that specialize in addiction, and we have an RN case manager, so it's a very wraparound approach to medication-assisted treatment. And then this is how the puzzle pieces go together. We use a medication for patients that are appropriate called Vivitrol. It's a once-a-month injection, and it blocks the receptors for opioids in the body. So cravings are reduced, people don't want to use. we've had to extend our hours in the Mount Clemens clinics because people are getting their jobs back and they need nights and weekend appointments. So that's pretty cool. We have a full-service dental center in our Centerline location. It's state-of-the-art. It's beautiful. We actually provide transportation for many folks from this area out to our Centerline dental location because there's somewhat of a lack of services in the Mount Clemens area for Medicaid or low-cost dental services. One thing that I didn't really talk about is our federal grant, and we have a sliding fee program. That gives us the ability to never turn anyone away based on ability to pay. So we have a sliding fee program. It's based on family size and income, so that people that would normally be unable to go to the doctor, would show up at the emergency department, can get access to care at our health centers. They might pay a nominal fee for the visit, could be as small as $10 for that visit. We also utilize that sliding fee for our dental program. So there's a lot of folks that don't have dental coverage. We do an awful lot of dentures and partials at that dental center. And then there's a lot of need for psychiatry. We have a really hard time getting patients into psychiatry. So we wrote a grant and we're hiring a psychiatrist. So very soon we'll have a psychiatrist to help people. So we offer referrals, outreach and enrollment, which is what I talked about for the uninsured to help them get something. Transportation services, we've got 2 vans that are on the road 6 days a week. And we had our annual health fair on August 10th, located right in Mount Clemens, right by the Circuit Court building in the green space. So you may have seen us out there. That's a picture of our day. We had beautiful weather and a great turnout. It was a great event. And then that's Mayor Dempsey at our stakeholders breakfast that we had. And then in the upper left is our Chief Dental Officer, Dr. Janelle Cooper. And in the bottom picture is Dr. Ann Elrington. She's our Chief Medical Officer, and Dr. Joseph Naughton. And then these are our locations. Any questions? Yeah.
Could you just tell us a little bit about that this is also for people who do have good medical coverage?
Oh, that's a great point, Mayor. Thank you. Yes, so we take all types of insurance. We take Blue Cross, HAP, Aetna, all of the commercial insurances. We also take every type of Medicaid, Medicare, and then we have the sliding fee program for people that fall through the gaps. But it's very high quality care, and we'd love to have you as a patient if you'd like to come out. Any other questions?
Can
Can you tell us about the hours in the Mount Clemens Clinic?
Yes, so I'm trying to remember here. Monday, I think it's 8 to 5, and I believe it's in the packet that I handed out. Tuesday, I know we're open till 7, 8 to 7. Wednesday, I believe it's 8 to 7. Thursday, 8 to 7. And Friday is 8 to 5. Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move along. Adoption of the agenda, I need a motion.
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call?
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Pratt,
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Okay, public participation. This is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name and your address, and that you adhere to our 3-minute rule. So, open mic.
given the circumstances, I was going to say about something, but
Name?
I wrote something about Mr. Ford.
Name, please?
Of course, my fullest apologies. My name is Michael Zubis. I live at 221 Cass Avenue. Mr. Bill Sonny Ford was a good person, even if we had our differences. He wanted what was best for the community, and he did his best to encourage that from others with his comments and participation in the community at large, with the example of himself. You know, I recall when he was first elected, and I voted for him. I remember voting for him. I felt after studying both him and his opponent, I realized, I felt his experience as a blue-collar worker would be helpful in the community, as it was also a blue-collar community. And after seeing the results with him winning by 2 votes, I was glad to see this happen in democracy in action. I was telling people and posting on Facebook and the other social medias, telling everybody about how I felt that this was an interesting moment. And in the end, his opponent ended up being seated next to him, not as opponents, but as colleagues. And I never got to thank them, because after that election, when he won that was the inspiration I needed to see that maybe going to City Hall and having my say isn't a bad idea. And I will always regret never being able to say that to him. It was sad to hear what happened. I learned of it after going by a Jim's Catering. Thank you, Jim's Catering, for that big sign out there. I was rolling by, taking my laundry to the laundromat on my big cart, and I saw it, and I couldn't believe it. But let me finish this. And it was sad to hear what happened, and I hope the city finds a way to honor this fine gentleman for his efforts, and may he rest forever in the best of places. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. Ditto, basically, to say Sonny. I remember when he was a younger man and having grown up with him through the years. But also, I'm here on behalf of the Macomb County YMCA. I'm running late today because we just finished our awesome 43rd golf outing. And I'd just like to reach out, even though people support it all through the county, I'd just like to commend our business people, our restaurants, and everybody that stepped up and donated things to continue to fund that program that funds youth in this community, as well as adults, those who can't, not only in this community, but around this county as well. And I'd just like to commend and thank the community for the support of the YMCA golf outing. Thank you.
What was your golf score?
Oh, I don't golf. Haven't golfed in 32 years.
Anyone else?
Mayor Dempsey, City Commissioners, George Kale, 180 Grand. Couple of questions I'm going to save until later, and I just wanted to let the city manager and assistant city manager know Canadian National will be doing the crossing on Cass Ave in October. So that crossover will take place at that time, and I'm hoping that they had contacted you to at least give us enough time to notify residents and other impacted business owners. And in regard to the passing of Sonny, I'm very saddened by it. I wish I had gotten to know the man better, perhaps as well as Commissioner Bunton had meant to him, and congratulations for encouraging him to run for office. And of course, the crossover at Cass Ave, I'm referring also to what the pastor had said on Friday on the crossover of Sonny. He's at peace. He was a good man. Again, I talked to him a few times, met him a few times. I wish I just would have spent more time to get to know him, as well all of you have. And my deepest condolences to the City Commission, his family, and the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Go ahead.
Ryan Theory for Rose Petal Court, Mount Clemens. I have a question in regards to recreational marijuana. I represent MGI, a state licensed mega Class C grower in the UP. I've been a resident here for 47 years, and we're interested to see, was the city going to look at recreational rules, set recreational rules, if you guys had anything, planned for that.
We had opted out a
Of the
few months
recreation?
ago of recreational at this time.
Okay,
So.
all right, thank you.
Mickey Weiss, 18200 Terra Drive, Clinton Township. I'm from the DDA. I too would like to say how sad I am to have Sonny not sitting here this evening. He was our quiet giant. He was always kind and gentle, and he said very encouraging words to me all the time, so I will miss him dearly. But I am here to tell you that this weekend is our Mount Clemens Clinton River Live Music Festival with Alexander Zonchek. It will start at 12:30. We're starting a little earlier because we're concerned about how dark it's going to get by 8:30, 9 o'clock. We will have Pieces of a Dream, Alexander Zonchek, Evan Garr, El Renee, Justin Schultz, who is a 13-year-old prodigy, and Lady Sunshine and the X-Band. And I want to extend a great thank you to all the people that helped support this financially. The Petiprin Distributorship, Macomb Daily, Fifth Third Bank, Vito's Rulli, AEW, our engineering company, Nickel and Saf, and the DDA. We could not do this without their help. But please come to the river. Both sides will be open. It'll be free parking on the street and in the parking lots. So please come down. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's supposed to be around 84 degrees and sunny. So this will be the last concert for the season. So come and join us for a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Administrative responses to issues or questions raised at previous meetings? Mr. None? Oh. Okay. Need a motion to approve minutes from previous meetings.
Move to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
Support.
Roll call.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Okay, general business, 9A, approval of the vehicle lease agreement between SMART and the City of Mount Clemens for their passenger bus. I need a motion.
Move to approve the agreement between Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation, or SMART, and the City of Mount Clemens as presented, and to authorize the execution of the contracts by the appropriate city officials.
Support.
Attached is an agreement between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens to receive a new bus. City administration applied for and received federal funds for a new shopper bus for the enhanced mobility of seniors and individuals with disabilities. The attached agreement outlines the responsibilities and obligations of the city and SMART. The agreement conditions are consistent with the previously approved specialized services contract between the city and SMART for all of the buses that the city currently utilizes for public transportation. This agreement has been reviewed by the city attorney's office.
Are there any comments? Commissioner Menser.
I just wondered if you could tell us what the enhanced mobility aspect of the bus is. Is it wider aisles, a better lift?
It has a lift.
A better lift?
It has a lift on it so that for a wheelchair and scooter accessibility.
Good, thank you.
Anyone else? Commissioner Crop.
A couple of the seniors who had come to a coffee talk of mine had mentioned that there were some mobility issues with that the new buses, the steps were higher, and I just wondered is that going to be addressed, or is that just still the same issue with all the new buses are this way?
Yeah, all the new buses are the same. That's, unfortunately, that's the way that they are designed. It has been addressed with SMART. SMART actually designs the buses.
Not very smartly.
With their vendor.
Okay.
So I think that they do the best that they can with the engineering with the.
Okay.
So.
All right, great, thanks.
Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, 9B, approve purchase and payments of invoices. I need a motion.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Are there any questions? Commissioner Menser.
I just wondered for the requirement of the fire extinguisher inspection, service, and replacements. So that 152, those are in the city scattered through our various departments, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunting.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. Consent agenda?
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call?
Crop.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunting.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Okay, city manager's report?
The 28th Annual Mount Clemens Art Party will be held on Thursday, September 26, 2019 at 6 p.m. downtown on Macomb Place. For tickets, please contact 586-469-8666. The city welcomes the first annual Mount Clemens Clinton River Live Festival featuring Alexander Zonjic on Saturday, September 21st, 2019 from 12:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. on the riverfront. This free event brought to you by the Downtown Development Authority will showcase a variety of music, including jazz, blues, Motown, and R&B, and will include food and refreshment vendors. Contact 586-469-4168 for more information. The Farmers Market on North River Road will be hosting their Apple Festival on Saturday, September 28, 2019, from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. And the last day for the Downtown Farmers Market on Wednesdays will be this Wednesday, September 19th, 2019. For additional information, please contact the Macomb County Chamber at 586-493-7600. And there have been many concerns posted regarding the taste of the city's drinking water supply. The drinking water may experience a different taste due to changes that naturally occur in the lake, giving the water an earthy taste and odor. The city is replacing and updating the equipment that will enhance the taste and odors of the water as these changes in the lake occur. This work is expected to be complete by the end of October. The water is still tested for contaminants to ensure its safety to the residents and is completely safe to drink and use.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Commissioner comments? Commissioner King?
As I said to the mayor, Mr. Ford didn't say a lot, but he did listen, and he'll be missed. Thank you.
Commissioner Crop?
I want to let everyone know that we are having our last Waterfront Wednesday this week. You can grab your lunch or grab some takeout from our downtown businesses and come and join other people who work in the area, and also anyone who would like to come down and enjoy the waterfront, the beautiful mural. And it is this Wednesday, 11:30 to 1 p.m. and we all meet at the gazebo. There's lots of picnic tables, and it's a really fun time to just relax and enjoy. We're supposed to have beautiful weather. I'd like to thank the Park Place Towers community for having me out today for their health fair. They were a lively bunch, and it was a fun afternoon. I'm looking forward to the river concert. Sure hope that we get a big turnout, because we need a lot of people to fill up that hill. And it's also going to be a beautiful day, so bring your boats out and enjoy the beautiful natural resource that we have. You just never know. And I think we should all take from Commissioner Ford his honesty, his frankness, his inability for bull, and his kindness to everyone. And no matter how much we disagreed, he always left the meeting making sure you knew that you were still in good standing with him. And I'll appreciate getting to know him. And I think I'll always remember that you just never know. I never anticipated, not having all of us at this table until we decided to leave. And so that's always a difficult thing. My condolences and my family's condolences to Sonny's family, especially to Casey. He really loved you very much, and thank you for sharing him with us. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Beck?
Well, okay. I'm going to try to stay on my normal thing for a while and then maybe say a few words after that. But anyway, I always talk about things to celebrate, and I'm going to take a few things like month-long celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, National Self-Improvement Month. Also, weeks to consider, Pollution Prevention Week, which is from the 15th through the 21st. And if you're not concerned about our planet Earth, you really should take a good close look. Pollution is going to strangle this Earth if we don't get a handle on it. It is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Week, which is 15th through the 21st. Men, get checked. Days to celebrate. September 17th, 1787, the Constitutional Congress of the United States of America held its first meeting, or its final meeting, to sign the Constitution of the United States into law. It didn't take effect until 2 years later, on March 4th, 1789, when the last colony signed the document. So happy Constitution Day. You can celebrate that one. September 21st through October 6th is Oktoberfest, a 2-week festival held in Munich, Bavaria, Germany, but it is celebrated around the world during this time. It's a day of food, music, dancing, rides, and carnival booths. Originally, it was celebrated, it was a celebration of the marriage of Prince Ludwig and Princess Teresa that took place on October 12th. It was moved to September due to inclement weather. So celebrate Oktoberfest. And I think we have something going on in the city for that too. October 23rd, first day of the beginning of fall. Autumnal Equinox Day, I messed that one up, that's okay. A day signaling the beginning of fall. The equator, at the equator, there are exactly 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. To the rest of the world, it does, geez, my mind is somewhere else, but excuse me, I'm going to finish this anyway. To the rest of the world, it notes the days when that will be shorter and the nights will be longer. It's a time to celebrate the harvest festival, fall colors, and the coming of winter. Rosh Hashanah it's a day celebrating the Jewish New Year. It is the celebration of the creation of the world. To those who celebrate it, happy Rosh Hashanah. Commissioner Wisdom. Think about this one now. Enjoy the little things in life before, enjoy the little things in life let me start again. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you will look back and discover that they were the big things. And that's by Robert Bront. As most of you know, Sonny and I were very close. And there's an epitaph here that I'll just read to you. On September 6th, I lost a very good friend. The community lost a very good advocate, and the city lost a very good commissioner. He was a man with a helping hand that reached out to many residents in Mount Clemens, though we all are saddened by his departure. And we are all affected by our own unique way. We can continue his legacy by reaching out to others with our own helping hand whenever we can. Rest in peace, Sonny Ford. Rest in peace. And with that, we'll say good night.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Fournier.
I wrote something, but I don't think I can see it right now. I am the infamous person who went against Sonny in that first election when we were, when Gary Blash left the commission, and he did beat me by 2 votes. And in the next election when we ran, he got more votes than I did too, even though we both got on the commission. So he beat me twice. So we had a standing joke that next time it was going to be my turn. But I couldn't have been beaten by a nicer, more gracious, wonderful person. And I am very, very grateful that he was on this commission and I was on this commission so that we could get to know each other. My husband knew him from the city. My daughter remembers him. But I didn't really know him that well. And this gave me such an incredible opportunity to get to know what a gracious, humble, kind man he was. He didn't have to tell you everything he did or what he did for the city. He just did it. And I learned a lot from him. He was truly a special person. And I couldn't begin to cover everything that everyone has talked about, but I will touch on his sense of humor, because Sonny definitely had a good sense of humor. And he, at my first meeting, you know, they had changed the seats around, and Sonny and I are sitting next to each other, and we have a little drawer here under these, and he opened it up and he went, "No hammer." And I thought, hammer? What the heck do you need a hammer for, you know? But what he was referring to was there's no gavel, right? Nobody gave him a gavel yet, you know, and so that became our standing joke. He would open up the drawer and he would say, no hammer. And I kept telling myself, you got to get a gavel and stick it in that drawer so that when he opened it, one day there it would be. And I didn't have the chance to do that. And as Commissioner Kopp said, you never know. So we got him his gavel, and I know he's having a good laugh right now. But I put on there, when we get it inscribed, an inspiration to all, because he was an inspiration to me, to this commission, to his friends, to his family, to this city. He will be so missed by all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Menser.
Thursday, September 20th is POW MIA Recognition Day. To this date, there are still 73 million American veterans missing in action from World War II. There are 7,800 missing in action from the Korean War. There are 1,587 missing Vietnam veterans from the Vietnam War, and there are 6 veterans missing from the global war on terror. So Thursday, veterans wearing POW MIA shirts will be gathered on Gratiot near Hall Road. They will be waving banners, they will have signs, and they will be passing out veterans information. That's going to happen from 8:30 to 4. So take a few minutes on Thursday the 20th and remember your veterans who have served so faithfully. and some, like these people who sacrificed everything. I want to recognize Jerry and Colette Cool. Jerry and Colette earned the Mount Clemens Optimist Club Optimist of the Year Award in our ceremony that we had yesterday. I'd like to also recognize Coach Ray Muskie Valley. He was recognized for helping start and mentoring the Joy Club at the Mount Clemens High School, and that is the Junior Optimist Club. Right now there's about 20 people, 20 kids in that club. They're doing a great job. They're doing great things all over the city. And so we recognize him also. I want to point out the Battling Bathers, 3-0, 3-0. Their last game, 38-0 over Detroit University Prep. So I'm going to ask you again to please set aside Friday, October 11th for their homecoming game, and everybody please go. Sonny helped everyone in this community. As an electrician, probably more than half the homes in this community had some work done by Sonny or his father. He helped everybody. I remember Commissioner Campbell and I and Ruthie Stevenson out on Clinton River Road with Sonny clearing brush down to the river. He was out there just, you know, he had all the tools. We went out there with nothing, but we all worked for the community, for the good of the community. So on Saturday the 7th, we had set up a Neighbors Helping Neighbors event where we went out into the community to help somebody that is differently abled and unable to do the work on their home, around their yard. And there was a large group of us, including Commissioner Fournier and I, and we dedicated, before we started work, we dedicated that cleanup in Sonny's memory, because that's what Sonny was about, helping those in our community. I hope the crossover was easy, and I hope that he's internally blessed now. Thank you.
Thank you. A couple announcements. The Mount Clemens Women's Garden Club had their 85th anniversary just recently. The incoming president is Karen Curtola. She organized a wonderful high tea. Unfortunately, she was not able to share with us that day because other things took priority. But it was a beautiful afternoon, and we missed you. I want to congratulate all the nominees and the winners of the Beautification Yard of the Year Award. We had the ceremony last week, and we had a lot of people there, and every one of them deserved, if we could give a prize to every one of them, they absolutely deserved it, because what they do to make the city shine is just phenomenal. When I saw some of the pictures they had, and it's such a joyful group to be together, you know, with. It's not controversial, it's nothing but just celebrating Mount Clemens and the beauty of Mount Clemens and what people truly believe about this community. So congratulations to every one of them. I'm not going to be able to say more than what everybody here already has said about Sonny. Sonny was a close friend, went to high school together, known him for years and years and years, and he was just, like everyone says, a very humble, caring person, didn't care to get recognized, just did what he could do for the community, and he truly loved being a city commissioner. He really did. And even though we disagreed on some things, I tried my darnest to persuade him, but I couldn't do it. He was steadfast, and I think that says a lot about his character and what he meant to Mount Clemens and what Mount Clemens meant to him. So, Casey, we wish you all the sadness that you have. I don't wish you sadness, but all the sadness you have inside, know that we all share that with you. And he loved you dearly. So with that, I'm not going to go on because I won't make it through. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed?